guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys. We're going to be talking about a really horrific crime because, yo, I don't understand. I did a video on bail bonds and how they should be eliminated. In this cases like this is the reason why. This is about a man who kidnapped his daughter and killed her before killing himself. But even before this, he was about to go to trial for raping her, and he was on bond for that crime. Why was he able to post bail on a crazy case like this? This was his stepdaughter. He raped his stepdaughter, and he was about to go to trial for that. Then he kidnapped her and murdered her. I don't know if it's out while he was out on bail, but we're going to see, because I got a feeling that's what this was. This is the exact reason why this should be like abolished. You have people who commit heinous, disgusting crimes on like people they know. Like, not just that, but like in general. And then they're out on bail and they go and do the same exact thing and just take it up a notch. This is the exact reason why I say bail bonds should not be for like these really large crimes, because this is a heavy crime. And like, she lost her life because of this. This was her stepfather, and not knowing his background. But it's like the justice system, y'all, it's crazy. It's just so crazy to me that they do stuff like this. Like, having people be able to post a bail in general, I think is stupid. I'm like, if it's not a small minor crime, I'm like, you just putting criminals back on the street. That's why there's so many freaking criminals. But when you have something like this for rape, and then he get out on bail, he was supposed to go to trial, and then you don't even know if they're going to actually go to trial. People, they commit crimes, they commit suicide, they go hide. I just don't understand. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys because I'm already really mad about this case. I just can't believe that this happened. I'm like, once again, this is the justice system, okay? So, man out on bail for raping 16-year-old stepdaughter, kidnapped and murdered her before killing himself. So this is her. Nope, this is him. Pauline, I don't know how to name, Satan. He kidnapped his 16-year-old daughter, Christina, that's her, but and murdered her before dying by suicide. This is in Massachusetts. He was already facing charges for raping her. A man charged 3 years ago with raping his 16-year-old stepdaughter, kidnapped and murdered her before turning a gun on himself. That's absolutely insane. Acton police responded around 4 p.m. Thursday to a report of an abduction of the girl at the hands of her stepfather, 49 years old, Satan. I'm just saying Satan, okay? Because, yeah, Satan. The Middlesex County District Attorney Office said in a press release that in 2021 they charged him with 6 counts of aggravated rape. I'm guessing that's like how many times it happened, or I would hope it's not that many people, but I think it's like just how many times it happened. If I'm wrong, let me know. The girl he abducted was the victim, the DA's office said. He was free after he posted a $30,000 bond and had an ankle monitor. A GoFundMe fundraiser identified the girl only as Christine. The cops haven't publicly identified the victim. After the abduction, cops contacted his probation officer, who tracked his location to his condo on Great Road. Officers responded to the parking lot and found her and him dead from gunshot wounds in his car. Prosecutors say he murdered his stepdaughter before dying by suicide. Police later determined that he kidnapped her while she was walking near her home after school. They're like, these men is so creepy. And I don't want to hear comments about men up in his comments. Well, I don't want men comments and talking about, or it's not all about the men. That's not the time. I'm talking about women's safety. I talk about women's safety a lot on this channel, and that's because it's important, okay? Men's safety is important too, but not like with stuff like this, not right now. It's like, I'm talking about this case specifically. So you have this dude, this man who was her stepdad 3 years ago. He was 6 counts of rape, like I said. I wonder if that's, I don't know. I wonder if that's how many times he raped her, or you know, it could have been like different people, but it didn't say he was like a serial rapist. That's why I thought it was like, it's most likely how many times he raped her. And even that tells you a lot. Like, he was upset. He wanted her. He's a pervert. Yeah, he's a pedo. He's a pervert. Look, you like to creep on kids, dude. That's what this is. And they just have an obsession with kids, and that's what they want. And it's so disgusting because these men live in the homes. They act normal. They act like married to their wife. This whole time you're preying on a child. So that's what that is. That's what that relationship is. It's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And the fact that he kidnapped her Like, you've been stalking this girl, trying to get the, just ill. And I don't like, I don't care if he was on an ankle monitor or not. The fact that he was able to post a $30,000 bail is insane. I just don't, and I'm pretty sure I would hope that the bail was higher and that's the amount he posted, and he just was, and I pray to God he was not just on a $30,000 bail, because that's insane if that's true. Because that means if he was just on that, if he was just on 30,000, if he could post like 10%, I think, don't get me with the math, I believe it would just be like $3,000 he'll have to post and he's out. So I pray it was more, but I don't know. But the fact that he was able to post a bail, like, they let this sicko go. And then 3 years later, he been plotting this whole time, and then he got her and then killed himself. Once again, I did that other case. It's just like, if I can't have you, nobody will. It's absolutely disgusting. And think about it. This girl was 13 at the time of raping her. You got to put that in your head. She's 16 now. That's just sick when you think about that. So on September 7th, 2021, Christina told authorities that he has raped her on multiple occasions. Boston affiliate obtained an arrest affidavit that said one of the assaults occurred as recently as the month before. Christina and her sister had written to each other about the assault in a diary. The affidavit reportedly said, in an interview with investigators, Christina reportedly said he told her not to be scared and not to tell her mom. That is a typical thing all perverts do. Pedos. We're going to say pedos. They're just pedophiles. That's what they do. That's what they do. And that's what they do. After cops took him into custody, he told cops that he needed to talk to an attorney about a medical condition he had related to the charges. What would he have? The affidavit reportedly said. As part of his release, a judge ordered him to stay away from and have no contact with the victim and have no unsupervised contact with anyone under the age of 18. When rapists, specifically rapists, when this happens, why do they believe them? Why do the judges, just because you say don't have no contact with somebody don't mean they're going to listen? Why do they believe them? Just because they say have no contact with somebody doesn't mean they're going to listen, especially after they have raped somebody. Definitely, the justice system, like I said, they really don't. I get it, but I don't. I actually don't get it. So I'm saying I get it from the law point. I'm like, yeah, we got laws for a reason, but really? That girl was 13. Think about that. She was 13 at the time. I do believe she was 13. So the girl also had an active restraining order against him, and that's also they had a local copy of that too, and that also makes sense because it's like once again you have these men who are obsessed and perverts that this stuff happened, and they don't listen. They post bail, they have a restraining order, they don't listen. They're obsessed, and it's really gross when you think about that. It's gross, and the justice system really don't do enough. And then you're like, what else can you do? Throw them in jail? How about that? Throw them in jail. I don't understand why a trial could take that long. Why do a trial for when something happened, there's all this evidence, why is it taking about 3 years to even go to trial for that first crime? He should have been put away, okay? He should have been in jail till his trial, 3 years, how about that, till his trial. Jeez, is it that hard to actually protect people? So they said, she said, and I quote, this is the mother, I also fear for my safety because I realize that I don't know this man, and based on the situation, I do not know what he is capable of, her mother reportedly wrote. His rape trial was scheduled for July. Christina's life was taken from her family in an unthinkable act of violence at the hands of her stepfather, the GoFundMe campaign said. So lastly, the whole community is shattered, and we are all struggling to cope with the overwhelming grief and trauma. The fundraiser read, and I quote, Christina was a bright, full of life 16-year-old girl who was really good at science and dreamed of going to college one day. She had just started driving and was excited to take another step towards independence. Christina's loss leaves a void that can never be filled. It's the fact that they be so young, and men too, when this stuff happened, boys too, young kids, it's like they have so much life, and then you have these older adults just taking their lives away from them. That's what's been going on. I'm like, these kids can't even grow up, like, just like to do what they want, to like live independently and like have fun with life and experience life, and you have these, because you have older people who are evil and want to take it from them. I don't understand that. What's in the water since 2020 has just been getting wild. The fact that the girl was 13 getting raped by her stepdad, and you know what's weird? Parents, you can't blame the mom. I'm not blaming the mom. You can't. She didn't know that man. Like I say, it's not the mom's fault. You have these men who go into these homes with the knowing that there's children, because that's what they prey on, that's what they want, and they play a role as a stepfather figure, the father figure, and they build it up. I don't know how long they was married or how long they was together, and but these kids end up trusting them, and they betray that trust, and it's really disgusting because they purposely find women with kids. That's what they do. So just, y'all, once again, it definitely could have been prevented. He could have went to jail. That's what he could have did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Really sick crime, should not have happened, could have been prevented. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.